Hello, everyone. It's Amy from Amy Parker Art, and I teach you how to create and market your own paintings. So this is actually a little techie video on my end, not your end. So don't freak out thinking you have to do anything techie. I am going to teach you how to, a little painting technique, how to make something look shiny. So I got this request from one of my creative warriors, one of my members. And so I'm going to show you how to do this, right? So anyway, this is a premiere video. This is on my end, the techie thing that I was just talking about. So I am trying to figure out how this premiere stuff works here for business pages. So bear with me. It is going to show that I'm live, right? Because I can set it as a premiere. It's going to be live. I can interact with you. So while this premiere is running and streaming, if you want to say hello, say anything you want to me, ask me questions, stuff like that, I can actually watch this with you at the same time. And I will be able to type in the comments to reply to you. So that's how the premiere thing works. So I'm just giving it a test run, seeing how it works. And anyway, so we are going to get going. I started pre-painting a little bit, some apples that I had painted previously. And like I said, one of my members had asked me how to make something look shiny, and she was speaking specifically about this painting that I did of 3 apples. So I'm going to turn the camera around, hope for the best, and hopefully this premiere thing will work out, because if it does, I have some awesome things that I want to do with it for you right here on my business page. So if you're here, let me know, say hi, and join in the fun. So I'm going to go ahead and try this, try and turn my camera around. Hold on a second. Let me figure out how to do that on, because I'm using StreamYard. So let me see how to switch, or oops, I don't want to shut you off. That wouldn't be good. Layout settings, probably settings, camera settings, front camera, back camera, done. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, yes, it's going to. You can see my dirty floor, my messy studio. All right, so let me just get this in. Let me just tighten up my little tripod thingy here so that I can show you how to make these apples look shiny. Hopefully you can see okay. Let me know if you can see okay. All right, so here we go. First off, this is just, they don't even really look like apples. They kind of look like a blob here. But I'm just going to put another coat. I'm just basically going to work on the front one. And I'm going to put another coat of red on here. Possibly put in a little bit of maybe what do I want to do? Do I want to do a little black? This is not paint night, by the way. This is just showing you a technique on how to make something look shiny. And it's the apple still life that I did a long time ago. I already sold this to one of my collectors, but I do have specific paintings that are in my Creative Warriors group for my Creative Warriors. And yeah, so one of them did have a question about this, and I figured I would just try it out since I have to try this new techie thing that I've been wanting to work on here with the premiere. We'll see how this goes. All right, so I'm basically just using a flat brush. I grabbed some red, and I'm going to give this another layer. When you guys are painting, whether it be on multimedia paper like I'm using now or canvas, you know, sometimes we need more than one coat. Like, look at how that pops just with adding one more coat on there. So this is kind of like, this is called like the underpainting when you do that first. It's going to be loud for a second. I just want to hit this with a blow dryer so I can speed up the drying time, which is amazing to be able to do with a coat. Love that. And voila, just like magic, that is pretty much dried already. So now, you know what? I'm going to mix a little bit of blue in with this black. See what that looks like. I mean, I'm sorry, with the red. Huh. I guess I don't even know my colors. I like that because it gives it a dark, like, not purpley, but it is a purpley tone. But I'm not mixing equal parts of red and blue. If I did, that would be purple. But I'm actually just mixing a little bit of blue into red to make some darker pieces. So now I'm going to just kind of shade around the apple a little bit in different spots. I'm using the corner of my brush for this part right here on the top. I'm just going to kind of pull down with the corners. I probably should, if I was teaching this like from beginning to end, I probably would use a different brush for this to show you how to do that. A little easier, but I'm just kind of cutting a few corners using my wide flat brush right now. So basically, I'm just to make something look shiny, to actually make this apple look shiny, we need to get some different tones going on through here. So I'm still using that same color red that I painted the apple with. Like I said, I just added a little bit of blue in there. And the blue is obviously going to make it darker. It's not purple, but it's darker. And I'm just adding it where I think it should be shaded. Now, I'm not going to worry about this painting being absolutely perfect or anything. I'm just trying to show you a way to make something look shiny. Okay. Basically, it's about using the highlights. Using white is really going to make it pop as well. But using, I don't know if I should be saying tones or hues. Let's see, tones are with black and white, right? Are those color? And see, you think I should know that, but I I never went to art school. All right. So forget about what I'm talking about, tones and hues and all that stuff. I'll look it up after. But if you know, go ahead and shoot it out to me. So we're going to make a pink now. So we're still using that same color red, and I'm getting some different tones or hues or whatever in through the apple, right? So I'm now I use the darker color to give it some shading. And let me see if I can pull up a little bit closer for you. So I use the dark to give it that shading. And now I'm using the pink. So the same red with a little bit of white. And I'm going to, highlight some spots on the apple. Like I said, this isn't going to be, the heck is that noise in my studio? Huh, weird. I just got spooked for a second. I heard something. I think it was just the wind blowing the door. Whoa, whoa. So I'm just, as you can see, lightening up some spots. So I'm going to pretend the light is hitting it from this side. So that's why there's some dark down here and there's some light on this side, right? Now, I'm just kind of making this up from my imagination here. Now, I can even make a different, excuse me, there we go, move that over. Okay, I can even make a different tone, like darken this a little bit. I'm still using pink, but I'm just adding a little bit more red. And I'm just going to kind of swing another color this way. I'm basically trying to shape it like as the apple would be shaped, right? So my brush strokes that are coming down are like in the same shape of how the apple is really. So I'm not like going across and stuff. I made this little line here to just kind of put that little highlighted section. Hopefully I'm making sense to you guys. Sometimes when I'm painting, it's hard to talk and paint at the same time, but hopefully you kind of get my gist. So now I'm using the pink. It's kind of a darker pink. So as I go down here, I'm just, well, I don't want to get that in my dark, so I'll wipe that piece off. Underneath, just putting a little bit of that lighter color. And it might be so faint, you might not be able to see it really. But, oh, you know what? Let's add on a little stem now, because I think that's going to look cool for even just the demonstration. So let me put Let's just use a little bit of burnt umber. We don't really need to go too crazy with this. I'm going to use a detailed brush and some burnt umber right here. And if you're just joining me, thanks for being here. I'm Amy from Amy Parker Art and founder of Creative Warriors. And I teach you how to create and market your own paintings. All right, so I'm just putting a little stem in here, making a little stem that goes down here. And same with the stem, right? We can darken one side, lighten another side, put some kind of, little highlights on there. My round brush, I got to put that back in the water. For right now, I'm just going to use a little bit of white in with my burnt umber. Usually I don't like to do that because it kind of gives it a weird tone, but I'm just, actually, let me pull this up. So I'm just highlighting this, let's see. I'm just sorry, I was getting messages coming in. I will get back to you guys. Just highlighting with a little bit of white that spot there for the stem. So hopefully you can see that. Just to make that stand out a little bit more, know that the light is coming from that side. Okay, so now, basically, the biggest thing you need to remember to make something look shiny, you could use metallic paints. That would work pretty awesome. But we're going to just use white right now. But I'm not just throwing white right on top of the red, okay? Because that wouldn't even really make any sense. Like, I have this one here that I didn't even paint again, right? We painted 2 layers of red on this apple, which is making it pop. But as you can see, these two are kind of see-through. So if I painted a white right on here, it may look a little bit, but this one's going to look more even realistic, I guess I could say, by adding the pinks in there, the dark tones that we did with a little bit of blue and red right there. And now that we have the pinks on there, I'm going to take my round brush with white on my brush, and I'm just going to kind of highlight inside some different spots, not the whole thing, but I'm going to highlight some sections of where the pink is. And that way it's going to appear to be shiny. I mean, voila, how easy is that? You guys can even use the detailed brush for that, depending on what you're painting. Like, I'm just using this still life of my apples. I'm using a detailed brush now with white. I'm just using the still life of my apples to give you this demonstration, but you can, anything that you want to look shiny, just remember to put different darker tones, some lighter tones, that's it, tones, and then the white is just really going to make it pop. Like, look at that. Even just putting a little bit of detail in the stem like that makes a huge difference. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that little tip on how to make something look shiny. I'm going to attempt to turn my camera around, see if I can do this so that I can talk to you. Whoops, I keep shutting you guys off. Hello. I'm using a different program right now, so that's why I'm testing this out for you and figured I would show you how to do that. Let me see if I can do front camera, turn you around, front camera. And you might be looking at the ceiling right now. If so, give me one moment. You guys can laugh at me. And I'm just going to undo this so I can turn this thing down. Yay. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed that little tip on how to make something look shiny. And I don't really know, using this program, where to even hold the darn picture up to. All right, so listen, if you guys want to paint with me, well, those of you that follow me, you know that I do a paint night every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. EST, right here on the page, right here on Amy Parker Art. So I do hope that you will join me for that. I've been a little bit slack, gonna be honest, about getting the paintings up. A couple of times I had them up for like I don't know, 2 months in advance, sometimes 3 months in advance, that you could find them right there in the events. But because I'm testing out this new Premiere, I really wanted to get this down and under my belt because I may be using this program for paint nights. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys can bear with me while I'm trying to learn that. But let me show you, if you haven't seen the stuff that we paint on paint night, I do have, right under here in my studio, I do have a bunch of paintings that we have done on paint night. So these are just like some of the examples that we do. This is a water wheel that we did. And I do these all with acrylic paints, just crop paints, like the apple barrel, the cheap paints that you get at Walmart or whatever. So, and this is on my multimedia paper. So you can get a multimedia pad and just go ahead and paint along with me. If you want to paint these on canvases, you most certainly can too. I have a ton of canvases that I paint on because I've been selling my paintings for years. And, you know, just so that I don't run out of room in the studio. Anyway, I really love the multimedia paper. But look at that. We do like some cool little still lifes. We did this Pussy Willows last week. We do beautiful scenic paintings like this. Just all kinds of stuff. Here's another one. I mean, I could go through this whole thing, but I don't really want to bore you. Maybe you're not bored. I don't know. But I'm just really trying to try out the Premiere and see how this is going to work, and how you guys like it, and how I'll be able to comment with you right when you are commenting watching this. So I hope that you've enjoyed the Premiere, and hopefully you enjoyed how to make something look shiny. But yeah, we got some pretty, these ones might be upside down. No, they're not. Some pretty flowers. I love doing flowers. Flowers are so fun. Some more flowers in there. Let me see. I've got so many. Oh, and then we've done some like the trees. Look at that. Beautiful trees there. And this one was actually the one where I had the most of you on at one time painting with me. This was like the lake reflections, I think I called it. And you guys absolutely love that. So I don't know, maybe we'll do some more of those. Let me know if you have any ideas too on what you would like. Beautiful sunsets like that. And let's see, here's some lilies because you guys know I like flowers. Here's another like scenic, mostly like scenic stuff and like still lifes and things like that. So hopefully you really want to get your paint on and you want to come hang out with me, and that would be just wonderful. So I will see you on Tuesday night. Keep your eyes out here on the page on Amy Parker Art so you will know what we are going to paint on Tuesday night. Have a few things up my sleeve, and as soon as I pick one that we're going to do, I will let you know. But that will be at 7 p.m. And hopefully you enjoyed the little quick apple design. And let me know. Let me know if you are really good at making things look shiny, or if this tip helped you. Okay? I will see you guys later.